I've been told that the way I am designing the game I'm making is a little bit too obscure and that some things need to be explained. So you get this. This is temporary, I hope to God. So at the very top, it's asking you for a name. This is how basically everything is going to refer to you for the entire game. You will see it a lot. You should probably put something that you like. Right under that, it's asking you for your power. This tells you how much extra damage you're going to deal in melee combat. So if you're dealing damage with any kind of melee type thing, this is added to it. Right under it is your speed. This is going to determine how easily you dodge out of the way of enemy melee attacks. Right under that, cunning is how easily you hit with your own melee weapon attacks. Right under that is your intellect, which is how easily you recognize enemy weaknesses with the study skill, and how much extra damage you deal with magic type attacks. Under that, you have will. This acts as your damage threshold for magic type attacks. So the higher it is, the more damage a single attack of magic will have to be in order to hurt you. The last one here is your voice. It determines the value of items, essentially, in trade. So if you are selling something, having a high voice means you get more money. And it is how easily you hit someone with a magical type attack. Now, there is a luck stat, which will be randomly rolled when you start the game. That is added to almost everything. The higher it is, the better you are at just about everything. It's also used directly to dodge magic attacks. And then we have these three drop-down menus, which allow you to select starter equipment from the lists currently prepared. Below that, we have, this is to tell you how many points the 6 attributes that you have need to add up to. The pre-generated spread will always match whatever that says. And then you have 2 buttons, start game, which will start a brand new game with the character you have just designed, or load save, which of course will load the previous save. The game also does save upon first start, so if you start the game with a character you like and immediately die to something, just load, and it'll put you back where you were. Now, for an example of the first in-game screen here, there are a few things to look at. First, the right, and all of these things here. You have a hunger meter, which goes down as you get more hungry. If it reaches 0, you will die. Thirst as well. It also depletes as you do stuff, and if it reaches 0, you will die. You have a thermometer. This tells you exactly what the temperature of the area is. And if you ever don't see those green marks, or it goes above into yellow, orange marks, know that that area is dangerous. You are going to take damage in that area unless you are properly protected with, say, if it's up in the red, an ice amulet, or if it's down in the blue, a fire amulet, something like that. There is also a nice little picture of the sky that will tell you roughly what time it is. You have this blob, which will tell you roughly what month it is. You have the compass, which just tells you your cardinal directions. And now, going across, we have the simple buttons you're going to see. You have an inventory button, which will open your inventory. We'll get to that in a second. Your directional buttons, which if you click them, will take you in a direction. And then the last one is situational. So just keep an eye out on it as you move around. It will tell you what you can do by clicking it. Then on the left, we have a bunch of squares that look like gray dots. This is the only indication you will get of another mechanic, your affinities. Each of these represent some kind of concept that you are aligned with. Each of them represents a scale from one concept to another. Like the first one is order and chaos, and it will look different as you get more aligned to one or the other. So you see with the inventory open, we have all of your items on the rightmost column, the stuff you have equipped in the middlemost column, and then your stats in the left column. This shows both what your stat effectively is as the first number and what your stat actually is as the right number. Now, also in here, you can click the inspect button, and that will let you inspect an item. Here I've clicked on leather leggings, and at the bottom, it's showing the stats of those leggings. So if you put them on, it will raise your cunning, intellect, max hit points, max mana, and your damage threshold. It also says that they are pristine, which means they haven't been damaged in any way, and they are leggings, meaning they're going to fit in your leg slot. And if you click the dropping button, which I do not have examples of here, you can drop stuff on the ground and you can pick them back up. You can also shop if you manage to find a shop. You can save. You can talk to people. That, I believe, is all you need examples of so far. I hope you like this ramble at the beginning of the game.